2011 in a joint effort that Sebastian Thron, myself, and other colleagues at Stanford took 3 courses that are graduate level courses in computer science, put them out freely available to everyone around the world for free. And within a matter of weeks, each of those courses had an enrollment of about 100,000 students or more. This was a real eye-opening experience because the largest of these courses, as it's taught at Stanford, has an enrollment of 400. It's considered a large course by Stanford standards. And yet that course had 100,000 students when made freely available to the public. So if you want to understand the scale of that, in order to reach that same size audience, the instructor would have to teach that course for 250 years, which is not something that's really feasible. So let me tell you a little bit about the progress that's happened since then, at least on our side. In January of 2012, we spun this effort out of Stanford in order to support multiple top universities in offering courses to everyone. As of last week, we have 62 partner universities who are offering 313 courses to students everywhere. We have 2.75 million students actually from 196 countries. And the number that most blows my mind, I found this out last week, is that every month 1.45 million course enrollments take place in courses that are offered via this platform. These are the universities that we're currently partnering with. Actually, these are the US-based ones. The non-US based are the next slide. You can see here 4 of the UC campuses. UC San Francisco was our first, Irvine was our second, and in last week's announcement, we also partnered with UC San Diego and UC Santa Cruz. But you'll also see many other top public as well as private institutions, Stanford, Princeton, Caltech, Columbia, Duke, and many others. As of last week, we also have 24 non-US top institutions from Asia, Latin America, and Europe, and Australia, all working with us to provide free education to people. We are now able to offer courses in 5 languages, and in addition to English. We have English, French, Spanish, Chinese, and soon we'll have Japanese as well. The courses span the range of disciplines. This is just a very small selection of those courses. You can see courses in philosophy, in global challenges, in computing, in business, in medicine. We have courses that are advanced courses in the sciences and engineering and in medicine. You also have basic introductory courses in algebra, biology, physics, and many others. So pretty much spanning the range. Let me talk a little bit about the MOOC course experience. This is something that's also shared, I think, with some of the experiences you'll hear about from Sebastian when he talks about the Udacity course experience. We have attempted to provide in an online format the kind of experience that a student would have in an on-campus class. So this is not a bunch of static course materials. The course begins on a given day, and every week there's material that the student is responsible for learning, and every week there's homework that the student is responsible for doing, and the student gets feedback for that homework, and they get a grade, and if they don't do their homework, they don't get a grade. And you could really see the impact of having deadlines by looking at the timeline that I'm showing here. The x-axis is time, the y-axis is the load on the site, and you can see these spikes. These spikes are the deadlines. Students log on the day before the deadline to do their homework. These are a non-credit bearing course, and yet people are motivated to come in and do their homework before the deadline. At the end of the course, and I'll talk about that, students get a certificate. This is something that we've made a lot of progress on recently.